Hello, it's day 360, and I want to talk about rebuilding your sense of community. If you're a fat person who's always been fat and you decide to go on a new diet, one of the first things that new diet is going to encourage you to do is to find somebody to talk to about the diet. A diet buddy, if you will. And supposedly this is so you have somebody to talk to about the trials and tribulations of the diet. Somebody who's going to support you. Somebody who's going to put you back on track when you stray for whatever reason. But the farther away from diet culture I get and the deeper into intuitive eating I get, the more I suspect that the diet buddy system is not really about supporting the dieters at all. It's more about generating revenue for the diet industry. Think about it. If you talk to your friend about a new diet that you're going on, that friend is more likely to buy the program themselves, to watch the video, to click on the ads. It generates revenue, almost like a pyramid scheme. You're bringing in outside people, you're recruiting from the outside. And yeah, that's a little bit of a cynical way to look at it, but I've been through a lot of diets in my time, okay? I feel like I have the right to be a little bit cynical. And unfortunately, when you've been through that system for decades, for so long, you start to be a little bit wary of health and fitness communities. You start to get a little bit scared. And when I first started intuitive eating, I was hesitant to go into any communities talking about intuitive eating for fear that I was going to be sold something. And unfortunately, the intuitive eating communities that I have found, while they're very small and very supportive, they are ridiculed and looked down upon. Intuitive eating is seen as an excuse for being fat. We're looked at as people who are justifying unhealthiness. And because of that, because so many people think that, it doesn't work and that we're just being silly, we're just being like stupid little, fat activists out there on the internet. Intuitive eating communities are super duper small, but you can find them. There's like a very small, very friendly, pretty active one on Reddit, for example. But that being said, if you're going on your own health and fitness journey, if you're on the way to see the wizard, if you're reviewing with me at the end of the year trying to see what worked for me, I will say that I enjoyed lurking in some of these small communities. I found it rather healing and rather comforting to hear other people go through the intuitive eating journey, right? But I can completely understand if you don't want to. If you're private or secretive about your diets because of past trauma, don't feel for even an instant that you owe anybody like interaction, because you don't. And I think that when the diet industry expects interaction, like go find a diet buddy right now and bring them back here and make sure their wallet is pretty fat, would you? Like, I understand why you might be a little bit hesitant to do that. But intuitive eaters aren't trying to sell you anything.